Fathead biscuits. That is a good segue to something that I want to talk to you all about right now, and that's going to be what we need to let everybody know in a disclaimer that just like football can be graphic, so can miscellaneous not proven facts on the internet.
Mm.
And I'd like to preface this by saying that I don't support anything that I'm saying whatsoever, not one bit. I don't support it. I don't like it. But it was delivered to me today by the information of the internet gods, and then I had to dig, and I'm going to let you know what I dug.
Did it have anything to do with that thing that I sent you earlier?
Dig it on.
Today or maybe yesterday? Okay.
Dig it.
No, it's something that I miscellaneously ran upon today while I was at the
organically by yourself.
Yeah, while I was at the shop, and it hurt me so bad, and that's when I told you. I'm like, I sent Tiny a text message. I'm like, what I'm gonna do for the soft open is actually pretty hurtful, and he's like, okay. So,
Well, you didn't say hurtful. You said something like mind blowing,
world shattering.
Yeah, that was what it was.
Oh dear.
In the year of our Lord, 1986, in July, there was a Japanese movie that came out that featured two small creatures as the main characters in the movie. It was a live-action movie that just had footage of the animals that they had running around and doing things to and fro, and they get into these situations, and it's the adventures of Milo and Otis.
I don't know what that is.
Milo and Otis. You never watched Milo and Otis growing up?
No.
I knew about it, but I never watched it.
I mean, I've heard the name, and I know it's a cartoon.
It
but
was
that's
one of
all I
my
know.
favorite animal movies, like right up alongside like
Not
Homer.
cartoon.
No, it was a live movie like Homeward Bound.
Oh, okay, then I have no idea what it is. I have heard the name, however.
Yeah, it was like it's a childhood staple for a lot of folks. Me being one of those, because I had one of those grandma recorded VHSs of it.
Is this going to be like a really sad?
Absolutely.
Do we have to do a really sad? Because
Yes, we do, because this is an internet myth. It can.
God.
This is almost like simulation theory. They can neither prove nor deny its existence. There's a 50-50 that it's the
I
truth.
mean, just how Dean became Sam in Supernatural.
Yes, correct.
After,
Huh?
yeah, because until yesterday, when I was like, wait, Dean in Gilmore Girls is the same Dean as in Supernatural. There has to be some kind of connection.
Yes.
And then somehow we skewed into this Mandela of no, that's Sam. But I was like, no, he was Dean. He was Dean in both shows.
Yeah, Tiny had
Anyway.
confused.
Hey, don't you just anyway.
I don't know
Well,
what you're
anyway,
Gilmore Girls is a fantastic.
Jared
show.
Padalecki played Sam Winchester, and
played Dean.
as well as Dean
Uh-huh.
in the show Gilmore Girls.
Uh-huh.
Now, there's Sam's brother in Supernatural
Uh-huh.
is Dean.
Yes.
So Tiny had the brothers confused, but had remembered that one face belonged to a Winchester as well.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
he thought he played a double Dean, but he
Oh.
Yeah.
didn't.
I mean, like Terry Crews always playing a Terry.
Yeah, that's true. Or a cheeseburger.
Or you know, like
Annoying.
Blades of Glory and the Blade Saga.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
So just a little backstory on
That
this
was a
movie.
prequel.
It was released in Japan in 1986, and it was 99 minutes long. That needs to be remembered, because the American version came out in August of 1989, which was the same footage, but they had chopped about 20 minutes off of it. And that's how much time was left from the original time frame in the American version, And I still remember the theme song, but I wrote down the lyrics to the theme song just to kind of get a little, because it's a cheerful theme song. It really is, because it's a kids movie. It's just made to watch these little animals go through this adventure and have to survive these odds. Like, did you ever see the Benji movies that Disney made?
No.
But you've seen Homeward Bound.
Oh, Benji, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, same idea. Like
Homeward Bound too.
like animal survival adventure kind of thing. It's one of those.
Gotcha.
So we're going to take a walk outside today. We're going to see what we can find today.
Oh
We're
my
going to take
gosh,
a walk
that's
outside
bringing back
today.
memories.
Going to see what we can find today. It's one verse that the rest of it fell out of memory because I started reading the lyrics. I'm like, no, it means nothing to me. So it was on a pretty little farm, the sun comes up. On a curious cat in a pug-nosed pub. A brand new life outside the door. Follow your nose and go explore. It was a little beboppity tune as the opening to the movie. But anyway, the premise of the movie is a cat named Milo, who's a little orange tabby, and a pug puppy named Otis. are two animals growing up on a farm together, and they're both kind of mischievous, and they both like to wander off, even though they're not supposed to, and they've been told not to. But they go on this grand adventure, and
Wait, they're both animals?
yes,
Oh, I thought it was like this poorly drawn circle head boy with a dog.
no, it's got
What show was that?
doesn't
matter.
Charlie Brown.
No, not that. Doesn't matter. Get back to what you're talking about.
So anyway, it's the same idea as Homeward Bound, as all those other movies. As you see the peril that the animals go through. At one point in the movie, you've got let's see, Otis the pug has to fight off a bear. At one point in the movie, the cat has to Milo is floating down the river in a box and has to get past a bear in the box on the river.
Probably same bear. He's still pissed off.
Then you've got there's like 100-foot fall down a cliff that the cat lands on its feet because through the magic of cinema, cats land on their feet all the time.
Completely unrealistic things.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so stuff like that. Well, they've been in this movie. Actually, had people report from eyewitness testimonies like this stuff happened, some bad things happened. You need to check it out. And the RSPCA from like 5 different nations have looked into it, and they found nothing to prove anything is true that was claimed. But the list of claims from people, the way that I came upon this was a comedian named Michael Myers, Meyers, tagging him on this as much as I can by doing that, because he was making a joke out of it because it's dark. It's very dark humor the way that he was describing it, because a lot of people hold this in like a really, really happy spot inside of their head, like their hearts, and they're excited to hear about Milo and Otis. Then he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, 5 cats drowned in the filming of this. 4 cats were mauled in the, and he kind of goes into some." But then I went diving on the internet and I found other ones. 2 cats were packed to death inside of they would use bindings to keep them smaller as kittens so they wouldn't grow during the shootings. They had a cat that was eaten by a snake. There were 3 drowned dogs, 2 mauled dogs, and when the director let the dog that was portraying Otis attack the bear and fight the bear, that was real. The bear ate the dog, and then they got a new dog for the next scene.
Oh my! I'm never gonna watch that movie now.
I don't like that.
20 cats were apparently sacrificed to get that 100-foot cliff fall scene because it was a legitimate 100-foot cliff.
What
That-
in the? Why would people think that's okay to film?
That is
It's not just film. What makes you think that's okay to do something like that?
That's what I mean.
That makes me want to do things. That makes you not a person if
Feel
you're willing to
unalive
do things
people.
like that.
mm-hmm.
Yes, I can't say on the internet the things that I would do, because if something were to happen, I would be implicated. So I mean, no one any harm, and I hope they've learned their lesson.
Yes, it's yeah.
So on the back of that video cassette, it cannot say no animals were harmed in the filming of this movie.
The thing about it is, that's not anywhere on either versions. They never made that claim.
Oh,
I think this was
Yeah.
before it was actually required for you to
about
put that
to say-
claim.
well,
in.
that was
Well, that might be
86,
why
right?
they're now required to put
yeah,
So-
exactly.
so
that movie.
the fact that they were never required to make that claim or keep up with that claim, they could just treat animals as fodder. There would be nothing stopping them besides
That's very
just
sad.
being a decent human.
So moving on from that.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's just
Okay,
dark-
we're done.
dark
We're
side
done with
stuff.
that.
That's
We're done with that.
Sad.
Sorry.
We're done
we
with
be
that.
funny
We're
now?
moving on now. We're let's get into that theme song, Austin.
Oh, gather round, you mates of mine, for tales of nerds and lore. 3 best friends on a podcast line.
I'm Austin Shazam. I got the notes. Pfeiffer.
I'm Bitha. Just Bitha.
And I'm Tiny, Mr. Lucky. Because, yeah, just Mr. Lucky. Like, everything's going great right now, in case anybody's curious.
Oh, just like our
Like-
Taco Bell sponsorship, we got to speak it into existence.
Yeah.
yeah. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Everything's going so well, like, you have no idea.
Yeah. And we are Nerded at the Grapevine, the podcast where three best friends gather weekly to talk about our favorite parts of past, present, and future nerd culture. Today, we're going to talk to you about one of our favorite topics to ever come across this podcast. So it is a recurring theme.
It's true.
And I do enjoy this recurring theme, and that's when we bring it down a
Indubitably.
notch. We bring it down a notch with the energy, and we bring it up a notch with the intellect. And
Indubitably, my dear Austin.
and
Indubitably.
and we introduce to you some of our favorite Southern poems.
I feel like the hand pyramid is the perfect way to just rest.
If we ever become famous, they're going to think you're in the Illuminati.
I will hand tent.
Instantly folds.
Indubitably.
Indubitably, my dear sir. Tiny,
Very well, good sir.
it was your idea to bring some Southern poetry up.
It actually was not my idea. It
Who's
was
it?
Otto's idea.
Oh, and
Hey.
he forgot he wasn't going to be here.
Yes.
So, boo on him, and that sucks for
Yay
Otto.
for me.
Well, Otto sits there. Bitha,
Yes.
you want to lead us off with your brought in
I think that's a good idea.
poetry?
I would love to. I've actually asked
Also-
about this.
Well, before we begin, I do have to say one small announcement. I feel like Bitha has now become official alternate. So she's been upgraded from just guest to official alternate grape.
It took 4 times. It's a 4-peat,
That's,
right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
I feel honored,
I mean,
isn't that fun?
truly.
That's indubitably.
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 Indubitably, good sir.
In Mountain Dew-bitably.
I
Indubitably.
I have asked about this one specifically. I'm like, hey, if you guys ever do it again, I want to be on here. And so
Salut.
the dream has come true.
Oh, very quick. Tiny and myself are going to puff our
We're going to consume a little
puff.
bit of puff.
small amount of nicotine. Let's see what robots can create together.
Indubitably.
Yours sounded like a small printer. Mine
Yes.
sounded like a small bee.
Yes, and there was a hint of crackle.
Hint of crackle. Delicious flavor. Delicious.
Delicious, indubitably.
Yeah, carry on. Carry on.
Okay.
Your turn. Carry on,
I'm
sir.
gonna preface this by saying I don't have a poker face at all. So if I crack myself
I'm
up,
pretty
I'm
sure,
sorry.
good sir, that it's pronounced a preface.
Carry on.
Carry on, good sir.
That's ma'am.
Okay.
Madam.
Okay.
Good sir.
Carry on, madam.
Go on.
The first one I brought in was a Southern poet by the name of Dolly Parton.
Dali.
Hmm.
Dali.
I believe
Yes.
I have
Dali.
heard of the
She's-
works of Dali.
Quite famous around these parts, especially in the South.
Indubitably.
I believe her catalog is over 10,000 poems.
I could
And-
not tell you myself.
Correct me if I'm wrong. She has her own world.
She does. She owns a world, and
Well, it's more like a land.
but
Well, it's
co-owns
more,
it.
It's
But anyway,
it's more of like if Mickey Mouse was a mascot, except his ears were moved much lower.
yeah.
Indubitably.
10-4.
Okay, so the poem that I brought today
Everything got
Is-
dark. I laughed too.
called Jolene.
Ah.
Okay,
So it's
Jolene.
about a lass.
Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare. With flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
Is she a witch?
He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name Jolene. As I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Don't do it, bitch.
Don't.
Jolene,
Sir,
Jolene,
Sir, we are gentlemen.
Jolene,
Keep it gentlemanly.
Oh, sorry.
Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. You could have your choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him, even though you can.
Mm.
I'm sorry for my outburst earlier. I do
Yes.
apologize, but
You are overcome with emotions.
well, I had convinced myself that this auburn locks and porcelain skin and eyes of emerald green and the ability that she had to attract this male from someone who is as beautiful as Dali. She must be a witch.
It's possible.
And I was just...
I was.
And Dali knew that she had the power,
She did. She did know.
but she was begging her, just don't. I know you can, but just don't. And that I was overcome with emotion. I do
Yes.
apologize.
Yes.
It was very
does
hard to
happen.
read.
Yes. I didn't know that we were starting off with a how do the commoners say a sad? I was expecting something not quite that, and it was very powerful emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, coming after that, Milo and Otis, but I mean, it's just,
Yes.
you know, I figured we can ramp up from here.
Yes.
We can go.
It can only get better.
You see, I believe
yes.
it was the urban poet Drake that said, "We started from the bottom.
But now we're here.
Now we are here."
Now we have arrived.
So
What-
if we start at a very low place,
Yes.
we can build it up.
The other two poems that I brought are indeed, well, one of them's actually kind of sad.
Oh.
The other one is definitely not, though.
That happens within Southern poetry quite a lot.
Yes.
They
It
refer
does.
to that as the genre called "tear in my beer."
Yes.
Oh.
Indubitably.
Good sir, would you like to proceed next with one of your selections?
I will allow you to go next, and then I shall go third.
I have but one of the sads, but I'll save that one because it also has a question that I need to propose to everyone later. But I will lift us up with the wonderful words of Mr. Mark Chestnut
Okay.
with Bubba Shot the Jukebox.
Ah, I enjoy this one.
We were all down at Margie's bar, telling stories if we had one. Someone fired the old jukebox up. The song sure was a sad one. A teardrop rolled down Bubba's nose from the pain the song was inflicting. And all at once he jumped to his feet, just like somebody kicked him. Bubba shot the jukebox last night. Said it played a sad song. It made him cry. Went to his truck and got a 45. Bubba shot the jukebox last night. Bubba ain't never been accused of being mentally stable.
He had a rough time.
So he did not draw an easy breath until he laid that Colt on the table. He hung his head till the cops showed up. They dragged him right out of Margie's. Told him, "Don't play dumb with us, son. Know damn well what the charge is. Bubba shot the jukebox last night. Said it played a sad song. It made him cry. Went to his truck and got a 45. Bubba shot the jukebox last night. Well, the sheriff arrived with his bathrobe on. The confrontation was a tense one. Shook his head and said, Bubba boy, you was always a dense one. Reckless discharge of a gun? That's what the officers are claiming. Bubba hollered, reckless hell. I shot just where I was aiming. Bubba shot the jukebox last night. Said it played a sad song and made him cry. Went to his truck and got a 45. Bubba shot the jukebox. Stopped it with just one shot. Bubba shot the jukebox last night. Well, he could not tell right from wrong through the teardrops in his eyes. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, it was a justifiable homicide. Bubba shot the jukebox, stopped it with just one shot. Bubba shot the jukebox last night.
It's truly a poem about misery loving company.
Absolutely. I believe he was there at the bar just to what is that word that I'm searching for that means that you're basically marinating in that self-loathing with other individuals. I can't remember that word.
Melancholy.
That's a state, yes, that everybody's
Yes.
the sharing, but I can't quite recall. It's a shared state of melancholy that they are all there in the bar
Oh,
experiencing.
miserating.
Yes,
Group.
commiserating. That's
Group
the word.
melancholy.
So everyone at the bar is commiserating, and somebody decides that they need to have a more audible form of their commiseration, so they decide to play a song. And this song is so devastating to the emotional state of Bubba, who already was not feeling well,
Yes.
that he went to the truck. He got a firearm.
It tipped him over the breaking point.
He came into the bar, and he shot the jukebox dead center and shut it off in one shot. Now, mind you, a Colt 45 is a powerful handgun.
Yes.
So if he wanted to make a large, how would the common folk say it, boom hole, he could within that jukebox.
Well, he also made a very large statement
He did.
performing said action.
He did. Don't play sad songs when Bubba's sad already.
I can understand I can understand where he's coming from. Because there's been times where you're just in one of those mental spots and the wrong song comes on. Yep. I would shoot a jukebox.
Yes.
I
I'd
understand.
pew pew. Yep.
Absolutely.
Indubitably. Okay.
Tynefrid, I believe that it is yours.
Means it is me, yes. So, my first poem come from the one and only Joseph Allen Maldonado, also known as the Tiger King. And this poem is, I Saw a Tiger.
What did the tiger see in return?
Tell all the hunters to lay down their guns. Tell 'em that the tiger needs a little bit of love. Let 'em run the jungle, let 'em roar their land. Then stand back and marvel, what a beautiful cat. 'Cause I saw a tiger, now I understand. Well, I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man.
Son of a bitch.
I can give him a home safe and warm. But the law wants to ban me. Can you tell me who's wrong? Every time they move, every time they breathe, I can feel their power. I can feel their beast. 'Cause I saw a tiger. Now I understand. Well, I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man. Well, I saw a tiger. Now I understand.
I hope so.
Oh, I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man. Time is a ticking, they'll soon be gone. So you better take a picture. What a sad, sad song. All that Armageddon, such a painful loss. Sorry. When they kill all the tigers in this Holocaust. Because I saw a tiger. Now I understand. Well, I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man. I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man. Well, I saw a tiger, now I understand. Well, I saw a tiger, now I understand. I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man. I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man. Oh, I saw a tiger. Do you understand? I saw a tiger, and the tiger saw a man.
I've never heard this poem before.
It was featured in the documentary of
never
Mr.
watched.
Maldonado, or his performance name of Joe Exotic. It was featured in his documentary, The Tiger King.
Never.
Because not only was he a poet, he was also a tiger showman.
I hate you and respect you so much for what you just did.
Well, the tiger is a beautiful creature, and the song was to raise awareness and for conservation efforts for the tigers.
Yeah, it was I hope that his poem accomplished what it was supposed to with that, because honestly,
It's beautiful.
by him telling me that he understood by seeing the tiger that he saw a tiger and the tiger saw a man.
Yes. They understood each other.
They understood, and he had to make sure that he went back and forth at the very end there.
Yes.
So very much, just because he needed to emphasize the swirl of emotion it was when the tiger realized that he realized that the tiger realized.
Yes. Well, see, at first, I believe he was realizing in and of himself and confirming himself, because he was at first it was like, I saw a tiger, and that tiger saw a man. Like, it was more questioning.
Yes.
Then the more the song went on, it became more revelatory. When at the end he was proudly declaring, I saw a tiger, and that tiger saw a man, and now we understand each other.
Yeah.
He basically was telling us that we are brothers on this planet with the tiger, and we should do our, pardon me, gentleman and lady, our damnedest to save this beautiful creature.
It's understandable.
Yes.
I, for one, would love to hear the poem that was dedicated to elephants with this same fervor, because if they did write it previously, it worked. Because recently, due to conservationist efforts, they have found megaherds of elephants once again roaming the plains of Africa.
That's amazing.
Yay.
Another truly beautiful, remarkable creature.
I witnessed
I wanna
drone
pet one.
footage of them soaring over the top of this mega herd, and it was hundreds of elephants spread across.
Oh, my
this.
heart would be so happy.
See, now we've brought it up. Tab, if you would like to continue with your next poem.
Okay. I thought I was Bitha on this podcast, but it's
Bitha, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry, sir.
It's okay.
We're gentlemen
Okay.
and lady.
I'm trying to decide which one I want to read next, because I have a funny,
Today,
but
Junior.
I have a sad. Oh, I guess I'll do the sad. I'll leave the funny for last. Okay. So this one is by a Timothy McGraw.
Mm.
It's a
That's a
poem.
strong name.
That's so
Poem.
That's so ironic because I brought a funny by Timothy. So that is
Okay. Well, here's a sad. So, well, sort of. Anyways, it's called Live Like You Were Dying.
very well then.
He said,
I believe that they quoted this poem at my grandfather's funeral.
that's ironic.
It became very popular with that crowd.
Along with
Oh.
the poem by Vince Gill, Go Rest High on That Mountain.
Yes.
Okay. He said, I was in my early 40s with a lot of life before me when a moment came that stopped me on a dime.
Skirt.
I spent most of the next days looking at the x rays,
It's not lupus.
talking about the options, talking about sweet time.
Yes.
I asked
Not
him
rosemary.
when it sank in that this might really be the end. How's it hit you when you get that kind of news? Man, what do you do? And he said,
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just started singing. It was so loud.
Yes. I understand.
this one's been in my head all day.
I hate you. Just like him. For the same reason. Because now. Go on.
I went skydiving. I went Rocky Mountain climbing. I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. I loved deeper and I spoke sweeter. I gave forgiveness I'd been denying. He said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. He said, I was finally the husband that most of the time I wasn't, and I became a friend would like to have. And all of a sudden, going fishing wasn't such an imposition.
Sad.
I went 3 times a year I lost my dad. I finally read the good book, and I took a good, long, hard look at what I'd do if I could do it all again. And then I went skydiving. I went Rocky Mountain climbing. I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I gave forgiveness I'd been denying. He said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. Like tomorrow was a gift, and you've got eternity to think about what you would do with it. What could you do with it? What did I do with it? What would I do with it? Skydiving. I went Rocky Mountain climbing. I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I watched an eagle as it was flying.
By God.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
He said, someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. 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 Woo.
Indubitably. Well, see, I don't feel that this poem is a sad one. I feel like it is a statement that we should not just merely exist, because for most of our lives, that's all we do is we merely exist. And the gentleman that the song is about realized that his existence would soon not be here anymore. And so he did things he never thought he would do. He began to actually live and not merely just exist and get by.
The usage of a product is typically done so best by an expiration date. Once given your expiration date, you then have to use the product. That said product in this poem was life. So when you have the product of life, you have to use life and experience and live as if you've been given your expiration date and make every day count. And being that it is the
Indubitably.
Super Bowl, my wife
The best.
has brought us a smorgasbord of Super Bowl goodies. You can just hand it here and I can pass it along.
All lines are busy. Please hold.
If you
My
please.
next poem is by this same Southern poet, Mr. Timothy McElraw. It is called Refried Dreams. Last Monday morning, you left with no warning. I started going insane. Well, I headed south out of Old Del Rio, Texas, with a hell of a load on my brain. Gross. And I kept on going without even knowing how much your love really means. Now I'm messed up in Mexico, living on refried dreams. Is this song slightly racist? I can't confirm or deny.
We will know.
Poem.
It's a poem.
Farther into the
first
poem.
off.
Poem.
All I can think of
I'd never thought about
Is-
it like that.
is, did Weird Al do a refried beans version of this song?
Poem.
Poem.
See, it's hard once you break.
Possibly.
Because that would be funny.
That's why being the gentleman kind of helps.
I'm down here in Mexico, sick as a dog. My head is pounding in a border town fog. Down to my last dime and coming apart at the seams. I'm messed up in Mexico, living on refried dreams. This picture ain't pretty. I'm ragged and dirty, and wondering what I'm doing here. Shooting tequila, wanting to kill ya. What? And wishing to God you were near. So full of your memory, but feeling so empty, I've run out of self-esteem. Now I'm messed up in Mexico, living on refried dreams. I'm down here in Mexico, sick as a dog. My head is pounding in this border town fog, down to my last dime and coming apart at the seams. I'm messed up in Mexico, living on refried dreams. I'm down here in Mexico, sick as a dog. My head is pounding in this border town fog, down to my last dime and coming apart at the seams. I'm messed up in Mexico, living on refried dreams. Oh, I'm messed up in Mexico, living on refried dreams. There's more to eat in Mexico than refried beans.
Yes.
But the analogy is maybe in his poetry session he couldn't come up with a more clever thing to say as a food option for dreaming or experiencing
Possibly.
deeper thoughts than refried beans and dreams. It's not for me to judge. It's for
Yes.
me to just digest, much like the refried dreams and beans.
Indubitably.
Wait, so
Also,
are the
he drank
dreams
and-
making him gassy?
I don't know, but the tequila made him want to commit murder.
I could understand
Yes.
that.
The
Well,
tequila,
actually, no.
He was drinking tequila, and he was in love with someone so much he wanted to kill her. That
mean-
sounds to me almost like Where Are the Bodies, G.
Dare I say,
Dexter.
doesn't tequila typically make one's clothes
Come off?
fall off?
One would think, but
But hold on. I don't know why I went a little Britishy. But what if the clothes that was... God, now it's like...
what about the clues? That is weird.
on.
That you just turned into the bat from
Indubitably.
You turned into the bat
Indubitably.
from Anastasia.
Sir,
talking.
dare I say, when one expires, doesn't your skin clothes come off? Tally ho.
I forgot about Tim the Toolman Taylor being in your repertoire of voices. That's Tim the Toolman Taylor podcast version, not the one on the television. In case you
Yes.
did not know,
Indubitably.
the damn little bat off Anastasia. And you didn't even know you could do that voice, and it just
I
happened.
didn't.
It just
It was a thing that just occurred.
After-
we learned together.
After Black Flag gets into this and edits stuff a little bit, you'll be able to listen to it once again.
Yes, indubitably.
It is not my job to tell you not to kill Anastasia, sir. All right.
I've never.
I'm s- my-
I
me-
need to
it
watch
is-
that apparently.
It is my
The
apology.
next poem that I bring is entitled Here Kitty Kitty, also by Mr. Maldonado, also known as Joe Exotic.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Damn it, now I'm stuck in bad voice. Is this not written about that bitch Carol Baskin?
Yes, to use his terms. She was a rich young woman. She had rich taste. She felt the blood running through her veins.
He's Russian.
She liked the life she had. She loved her big cats and the beauty of being untamed. Well, everything was fine, just as sweet as wine. Okay, I'm done with the voice.
It hurt. Sorry.
But her husband went and disappeared. But then it got a little crazy, got a little hazy, and the cops said there's something wrong here. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, Mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, you can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama Carol, she sure loves you.
It is the bitch Carol Baskin.
Oh, here, kitty, kitty, Mama made this for you. So if you're ever
so
down in
dirty.
Tampa on a big cat refuge, don't pick a fight with your wife, because it's a big 40 acres, and if you're not careful, you'll be gone in the blink of an eye. No bones, no remains, but that won't ever change the fact. The Dawn sure ain't coming back. But you can't prosecute, there's just no use. There's nothing left but tiger tracks. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, Mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, you can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, Mama made this for you. Whoa, here, kitty, well, Mama's got some treats for you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, you can't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, well, Mama Carol, she sure loves you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, Mama made this for you. Mama made this for you.
That is a poem written to try to express that Carol Baskin. I remember this.
Allegedly.
This is alleged that she allegedly killed her husband and fed him to the cats, fed him to all the big cats. So it's no bones or nothing left over from killing husband and feeding him to the cats.
I'm kind of glad that I haven't watched this show because this is so much funnier just raw.
Well, in my opinion, it is very disappointing, especially whenever I hear the voices like this, because I was told previously that there were no cats in America.
Yes.
But it was a lie. The streets are not made of cheese either. That was
No.
also a lie. It was from a poem. It was from a poem about a little Jewish Russian mouse.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, his name was Fable.
okay.
I believe we have some more time left to be able to accomplish one more from Bitha before we can finish our.
All lines are busy. Please hold.
This is my favorite one. So
That's
Yeah,
fine. I've got
do it.
I've got more. So
okay. This one is by a group called a poem group called Rascal Flats, and this poem, the psalm,
if you will.
psalm poem
That
is
made you sound-
entitled "Backwards."
Oh, okay. Just the word.
The backwards. It's called backwards.
It's entitled Backwards.
I thought she was going to read something
No.
like reverse record going in reverse. You know,
No.
I can't anyway.
subliminal. Like you play the record.
Well,
That says they said another one bites the dust, and one way, and then you'd spin it backwards. You know, backwards. You know, they say
and
you
it's-
smoke the marijuana.
Yes.
That's what they say supposedly.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
I was sitting on a bar stool in a barbecue joint in Tennessee when this old boy walked in and he sat right down next to me. I could tell he'd been through some hard times. There were tear stains on his old shirt. Then he said, "Do you want to know what you get when you play a country song backwards?
You smoked marijuana.
You get your
Possibly.
house back. You get your dog back. You get your best friend Jack back. You get your truck back. You get your
never even-
hair back. You get your first and second wives back. Your front porch swing. Your pretty little thing. Your bling, 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 and a diamond ring. You get your farm and the barn and the boat and the Harley. First night in jail with Charlie.
Hmm?
It sounds a little crazy, a little scattered, and absurd, but that's what you get when you play a country song backwards.
I mean, it sounds a little romantic. I mean, Charlie.
That is podcast only romanticizing.
Even still.
Well, I never heard it said quite like that. It hit me in the face, 'cause that's where I'm at. I almost fell flat out on the floor. He said, "Wait a minute, that's not all. There's even more. You get your mind back. You get your nerves back. Your first heart attack back. You get your pride back. You get your life back. You get your first real love back. You get your big screen TV, a DVD, and a washing machine. You get the pond and the lawn and the bale and the mower. You go back where you don't know her. It sounds a little crazy, a little scattered and absurd, but that's what you get when you play a country song backwards. Oh, play that song, woo." We sat there and shot the bull about how it would be if we could turn it all around and change this CRAP. You get your house back. You get your dog back. You get your best friend Jack back. You get your truck back. You get your hair back. You get your first and second wives back. Your front porch swing, your pretty little thing, your bling, 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 and a diamond ring. You get the farm and the barn and the boat and the Harley and the first night in jail with Charlie. You get your mind back. You get your nerves back. Your first heart attack back. You get your pride back. You get your life back. You get your first real love back. Oh.
No. Don't want
You
that.
get your big screen TV, a DVD, and a washing machine. You get the pond and the lawn and the bale and the mower. You get back where you don't know her. It sounds a little crazy, a little scattered and absurd, but that's what you get when you play a country song backwards. Hey,
I'm only giving that one snap.
I mean, it's pretty on the nose.
Of all of the poems by the Rascal Flatts group that I've witnessed and read and listened to readings of, that is worst one. Honestly, in my opinion, it begs to question many things, like, gah, ooh, why did they want to kill that poor bull?
No, that's a common colloquialism for, dare I say, bullshit.
Well, there's the fecal matter of the. Of course, he shot the animal that you die and shit yourself. So that's
Yes.
no, that's clear. So what I said was true. You said it's true. Just what I said. It's bullshit. Bullshitting himself. They shot the bull.
Yes.
Pitiful. Pitiful Rascal Flatsings.
Pitiful.
And then also thinking like. Lots of things you're kind of probably happy they're going back that way.
the first and second wives.
You want your first and second wife back?
That sounds like
also,
a
that
problem.
means you're on number 3. How's she going to feel about it?
Not necessarily. It could just be post second.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, are you going to read your final one?
I don't. I'm still having feelings about that last one. Oh no. Yes, mine is also by a group. The group is from Texas, and they aptly named themselves Lone Star.
Ah.
This poem is called Mr. Mom. Oh, yeah. Lost my job. Came home mad. Got a hug and a kiss, and that's too bad. She said, I can go to work until you find another job. I thought, I like the sound of that. Watch TV, take long naps, Go from a hardworking dad to being Mr. Mom. Well, Pampers melt in a Maytag dryer. Crayons go up one drawer higher. Rewind Barney for the 15th time. Breakfast 6. Naps at 9. There's bubble gum in the baby's hair. Sweet potatoes in the lazy chair. It's been crazy all day long. And it's only Monday, Mr. Mom. Football, soccer, and ballet. Squeeze-in scouts and PTA. And then there's that shopping list she left that's 7 pages long. How much smoke can one stove make? The kids won't eat my charcoal cake. It's been more than any man can take, being Mr. Mom. Well, Pampers melt in a Maytag dryer. Crayons go up one drawer higher. Rewind Barney for the 16th time. Breakfast 6. Naps at 9. There's bubble gum in the baby's hair.
Ugh,
Sweet potatoes in the lazy chair.
what a mess.
It's been crazy all day long. And it's only Monday, Mr. Mom. Before I fall in bed tonight, if the dog didn't eat the classifieds, I'm going to look just one more time. 'Cause Pampers melt in a Maytag dryer. Crayons go up one drawer higher. Rewind Barney for the 18th time. Breakfast 6. Naps at 9. There's bubble gum in the baby's hair. Sweet potatoes in the lazy chair. It's been crazy all day long. Oh, it's been crazy all day long. And it's only Monday, Mr. Mom. Oh, Mr. Mom. Balancing checkbooks, juggling bills. Thought there was nothing to it. Baby, now I know how you feel. What I don't know is how you do it. Oh, honey, you're my hero. One of 2 reasons that this poem exists. 1, admiration of the work that a mother does around the house. An admiration of the effort put into keeping a household balanced that way. Number 2, he got himself into some shit and he had to apologize for it.
3 reasons. Birth control.
Oh, yeah, there's also that. Also, who puts Pampers in the...
In the dryer.
Oh, my God. Think about...
I was so confused. I was like, wait. Literally,
Maybe
it was
he hit the-
distracting me. Who?
Maybe he hit the wrong thing, like hit the hamper instead of the trash can.
But,
Okay,
And then didn't notice. I don't
first
know.
off-
I'm just guessing.
like, how do Pampers get into the... Oh, yeah, so you're saying, like, it went into the clothes hamper instead of, like, the laundry bin.
not no.
Not the laundry bin,
no.
but,
Trash.
like the trash...
yeah, like had that next to where the
laundry hamper is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I
And
was...
hit the
Okay.
wrong basket. and didn't notice.
Imagine if that happened though, and it was a poopy diaper.
Let's not... Because I'm weeks to poopies.
You'd have to burn the whole dryer down.
Yeah,
I'd have
and we're buying a new dryer.
new house.
Consequently.
You can't get that smell out.
Ooh.
So my final poem is called "Pretty Women Lover."
Pretty women love her?
Lover,
Lover.
Lover,
Lover like
Pretty Women Lover,
T Swift.
which oddly enough is by Joe Exotic.
Oh.
As we know, Joe Exotic was married to 2 gentlemen.
What?
Yes.
I need to watch.
And is this... were these marriages, were they ran concurrent with each other?
Yes. He was simultaneously married to 2 gentlemen.
I believe one of those gentlemen is no longer
Well,
with
no,
the world, though,
it
correct?
started off as 2 gentlemen, and then I believe it became 3 gentlemen, and then went back down to 2 gentlemen
After the accident with
after
the
an accident, and now down to 1 gentleman, which is not any of the other gentlemen.
Okay.
His name is not Joe Boring.
I'm pumping iron and looking nice. Got a tattoo on my shoulder and I'm melting ice. Women want to love me and they call out my name. I ain't no candle, I'm a red hot flame. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Baby, you're lucky to have a man like me. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Baby, you're lucky. Have a man like me. Yeah. Come on, baby. Mm-mm. I'm a lover. I'm a fighter. I'm a never ending. I'm a jumper through the jungle with a 9-foot whip. Whip sound. And it's in parentheses right there. And her body got a booty. I'm a sugar king. Ain't no turtle. I'm a supersonic plane. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Baby, you're lucky. Have a man like me. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Baby, you're lucky. Have a man like me, yeah. 'Cause I'm a love machine, yeah. When I asked a woman, well, I don't ask twice. And I'm rolling the sevens when I'm shooting the dice. I can love 'em, I can leave 'em. Well, they come and they go. Ladies see me coming. I'm a man they know, yeah. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Baby, you're lucky. Have a man like me. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Baby, you're lucky. Have a man like me. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Sexiest man that you've ever seen. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Good loving daddy gonna make you scream? Yeah. I'll make you scream, baby. Oh, baby. Come on, yeah. Come on, baby. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Well, I'm a lover. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. I'm a pretty woman lover. I'm an ugly woman's dream. Sexiest man that you've ever seen. Make you scream, come on, baby. Call my name, 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 call my name. Gotta give it to me, baby. Gotta give me love. Call my name, call my name, call my name.
That to me, I am so
It was a journey.
I'm offensive actually right now in my brain because there's nothing polite that I can say.
I'm
So
confused.
I'm trying to think of the polite thing to say. Okay. Imagine a person has been described the taste and texture of ice cream,
Okay.
and then they try to then go and convince somebody else who loves ice cream already what their favorite part about ice cream is.
Okay.
Or a better reference, there was a movie called The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yes.
Yes.
And do you remember how boobs were sandbags?
Yes.
Similar description. He is so confident within himself that he knows just how much that the women love how confident he is in himself.
Yes.
And he's loved so many women that he is confident within his statement of how much women love him.
Well, it was also that he loves pretty women, but I don't think it's necessarily his confidence because he also follows that with he's an ugly woman's dream. So that means he doesn't feel that he can get the pretty women, even though he likes them, but he's going to treat the not so pretty ones
Like they
better
are.
than they've ever been treated. Yes.
Okay.
And that he's going to make them feel like the pretty women.
Still, him labeling them automatically as uggos just so he can get them and treat them good. It's a weird concept, Joe.
Well, he was also a homosexual.
That's-
I know.
I was like,
he was
I'm
describing
very
the taste of
confused.
ice cream to the person that actually loves ice
Yeah,
cream.
What-
that
I'm
has
like,
never
or-
had ice cream.
Like, I'm sorry,
Oh,
what?
so he's not bi?
No.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Literally don't
he
know
likes
anything.
men. He married 3 of them at once.
Obviously.
Like, hey, wait, have you never
That's-
seen Tiger King?
No.
God.
Watch it.
I'd
It
say
is
that.
it is a roller
How
coaster.
many brain cells do you actually have in there? Like, you're reserving them for nothing. You need to
They
burn
are
them off.
all. They are.
What did you
99%
watch
of
during
them-
COVID if you didn't watch Tiger King?
I traveled the freaking United States during COVID.
So
I
you as a
sit
super
home.
spreader event.
First off, I never had it. Second off, I was driving by myself in my car.
I mean, you do you. I'm not judging.
Clearly, you are. I did everything they told me not to do and never got it. So
Now, I do have actually one final
I
poem
had first wave. It was bad.
that is of a previous Southern poet that we had discussed before. And I just discovered this poem today and remembered it. And I forgot. Where are the bodies?
Where are the bodies, G?
We might have found out in
Ooh.
the poem by our friend Garth Brooks. Beaches of Cheyenne. They packed up all his buckles and shipped his saddle to his dad. And by the way the house looked, she must have took it bad. The workers came on Monday to fix the door and patch the wall. They said she just went crazy the night she got the call. He was up in Wyoming and drew a bull no man could ride. He promised her he'd turn her down. Well, it turned out that he lied. And all the dreams that they'd been living in the California sand died right there beside him in Cheyenne. They said she just went crazy, screaming out his name. She ran out into the ocean, and to this day they claim that you can go down by the water and see her footprints in the sand, because every night she walks the beaches of Cheyenne. They never found her body,
Spicy.
just her diary by the bed. It told about the fight they had and the words that she had said. When he told her he was riding, she said, "Then I don't give a damn if you never come back home from Cheyenne."
Oh.
Nobody can explain it. Some say she's still alive. They'd even claim they've seen her on the shoreline late at night. If you go down by the water, you'll see her footprints in the sand, because every night she walks the beaches of Cheyenne. Because every night she walks the beaches of Cheyenne.
It almost does sound like an admission.
I feel like it is the sequel to Rodeo.
Indubitably.
I believe it is a sequel poem to the poem Rodeo. Because in Rodeo, he chased after that life to leave the woman behind.
Yes.
Woman be damned.
Yes.
Because it ain't no woman, flesh and blood. It's that damned old rodeo.
Yes.
It's what he would crave. I believe this is the same character being described here, except she had had enough. But it didn't say who she was fighting with.
True.
And she didn't say, it didn't say that he was gone and no longer with us on this mortal plane. It just merely mentioned something happened and she freaked out.
No,
So-
it died. He said he died.
Did it?
It said up at the top, like it died with him on that. Something
That doesn't
died with him.
mean he
He died.
physically died.
It died with him.
A
Which
dream.
means
Yes.
he died. It died with him.
No,
It could have been. It could have been that
could've-
dream dying with an action that he had
Yes,
taken.
it could be that dream died, and then a piece
I-
of his spirit died with that.
I took it as he died and she found out and she deleted her own save.
No. Where are the bodies, G? Where are they?
Where are they?
Think about the families, G.
Are they in the water off the beaches
Yeah.
of Cheyenne?
And
Where
first
where
off-
on the beach?
First
Gee.
off, where is a beach in Cheyenne?
I don't know.
I've never
Cheyenne,
been
Wyoming isn't.
That sounds to me
It
like
sounds
some.
to me like it's code.
It
Yeah.
sounds like some cryptic shit.
Yeah. So
honestly.
where
I
are
don't
where are
remember
the beaches of
any-
Cheyenne?
I mean, there
Well,
could be a.
We have
obviously,
beaches
like a lake
here.
or something.
we do.
Yeah.
I know
Lakes
it's weird to say
do
that.
have beaches.
not
The Rock
really a
Island
beach.
Sandbar.
Yes.
It's a sandbar. It should not be called a beach because to me, a beach is like Hawaii.
There's a beach literally less than a mile that way.
There was a poem
Nah.
about that beach, Carol Baskin, earlier.
Yes. Indubitably.
Oh. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It has been a wonderful episode, gathering with friends, speaking of our favorite Southern poems of the week. Especially Joe Exotic coming to the party.
Lord.
I said to this man specifically, are you bringing Southern poetry this time, or are you going to hit
I
me with a
did.
left hook? And he got in the grayest area possible. And
I mean,
oh my Lord. And
He's
also
from Florida,
shook me.
Southern.
I was gonna try to bring Veggie Tales.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
Well, see, I had to
That
give
wouldn't
it
have
the
been
old 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Because the first one, you're like, okay, we got that out the way. Like he had his funny, and that's it. You know, I
No,
saw a tiger.
no,
Then there's another one.
you really brought
I
the
did.
the mood up after the sad Milo and
Someone
Otis
had
opening.
to. I'm glad that I went third because I was like, when y'all
Yes.
said, well, we got some sads too. I was like, let them do their
Sam.
sads, and then I'm gonna punch them in the face with I saw a tiger.
I am glad that mud on the bottom of my shoe that I just sniffed was mud and not poop, because I realized I just did that just to check it. Like, oh God, am I tracking poop in my house? I'm on fucking camera. Cool. I had a proposition that I don't typically do, and I'm gonna ask myself a question, just because I got to get it out for everybody so they can feel what I was feeling earlier. If Tim McGraw walked into the room and handed me 3 grapes, what would I do? Skydiving, I went. Rocky Mountain climbing, I went. 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. And I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I watched an eagle as it was flying. And someday I hope you
get the chance to live like you were dying.
Good, yeah. That's what I was feeling earlier. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Y'all have a good rest of your week. We'll catch you next week.
See ya.
So here's to friends and phantoms bright in every joyous line.